Have you ever witnessed a complete stranger risk everything to help someone they didn't even know? What would you do if you were in their shoes? Story 10. On a rainy city evening, a young woman noticed an elderly man struggling to carry several heavy grocery bags across the street. The wind and rain made every step difficult without hesitation. She ran into the puddles, offering her help. He looked relieved as she took the bags and walked beside him all the way to his doorstep. She even made sure they were safely inside before leaving. Witnessing the gratitude on his face reminded her how small acts can have a massive impact in someone else's day. Story 9. During a brutal winter snowstorm, a man saw a stranded family whose car had skidded off an icy road without thinking twice. He abandoned his own plans and rushed to help push the car free. After that, he offered warm blankets and helped escort them to a nearby gas station where they could call for help. His courage in freezing temperatures turned a frightening situation into a story of warmth, connection, and human compassion. Story 8. In a crowded train station, a commuter noticed a lost child crying alone, surrounded by hundreds of people. Without hesitation, he knelt down, spoke softly, and guided the child to the station officer, staying until the parents arrived. His calm presence transformed panic into relief and reminded everyone around that even strangers can restore trust and safety in moments of fear. Story 7. On a busy beach, a lifeguard noticed a swimmer caught in strong currents. Instead of waiting, she dove in immediately and pulled him to shore while keeping him calm. Her bravery prevented what could have been a tragedy and left onlookers inspired, showing that heroism often appears in the split second when someone decides to act without hesitation. Story 6. Late at night, a teenager walking home saw a homeless man shivering on a cold bench he didn't walk past. Instead, he gave his jacket, shared a warm drink, and took a few minutes to listen to the man's story. He offered warmth, dignity, and human connection, showing that empathy doesn't need to be complicated to have a profound effect. Story 5. During a crowded festival, a person noticed someone having a severe allergic reaction. Panic swept through the crowd, but they stayed calm, administered first aid, and called for emergency services. Their courage and quick thinking saved a life and highlighted how preparedness and a willingness to step forward can make all the difference. Story 4. On a quiet highway, a driver spotted a car overturned with people trapped inside. They called emergency services, but also stayed with the victims, providing reassurance until help arrived. Their presence helped reduce panic and ensured the injured received immediate attention, reminding us that staying composed and proactive in emergencies saves lives. Story 3. At a local park, a young man saw a woman struggling with a stroller stuck in mud. Without hesitation, he offered help, pushed the stroller to safety, and helped gather her fallen items. His simple gesture reminded everyone nearby that community is built through small acts of kindness that may go unnoticed, but matter deeply. Story 2. A nurse volunteering at a disaster relief center noticed a scared child separated from their parents. She took the child's hand, sang softly, and stayed with them until the parents were reunited. Her calm presence turned fear into comfort, proving that even small acts carry immense emotional weight in moments of distress. Story 1. During a subway blackout, strangers banded together to guide frightened passengers to safety. One shared a flashlight, another led children out, while others reassured the anxious commuters. By the time power returned, everyone felt connection, gratitude, and relief, showing that even brief encounters can create lasting impact when people work together. Part 3. The outro. 500 words. These 10 stories show us the incredible power of kindness, courage, and compassion, even in ordinary situations. Ordinary people are capable of extraordinary things. Whether it was a young woman helping an elderly man with groceries, a teenager sharing warmth with a homeless man, or strangers uniting to guide passengers through a subway blackout, each story demonstrates the profound impact one person can have in the life of another. These acts of kindness remind us that the world is far from cold or disconnected. There is hope everywhere if we take the time to notice and act when someone is in need. Even small gestures can ripple outward, creating waves of inspiration, compassion, and courage in others around us. As we reflect on these stories, it becomes clear that heroism isn't always about fame or recognition. It's often about choosing to be present, choosing to care, choosing to act when no one is watching, and often when there's nothing to gain. It's about showing up when it matters most and embracing the opportunity to make someone's life a little better, a little safer, or a little warmer. So the next time you see someone struggling, don't hesitate to offer your help, whether it's physical support, emotional encouragement, or simply taking the time to listen. Your actions matter more than you think. These stories are a reminder that our world improves with every act of kindness, and that even a single choice to help a stranger can have life-changing effects. If you enjoyed these incredible stories of human kindness, hit the like button, subscribe for more inspiring content, and share this video to remind others that compassion is contagious. Together, we can create a world where people look out for each other in big and small ways, and where stories like these become the norm rather than the exception. Remember, every act of kindness counts, and every gesture of courage inspires others to do the same. The world is full of opportunities to help someone in need, and every time we step forward, we become part of something bigger than ourselves, a ripple of hope that can travel farther than we ever imagine. As we reach the end of these 10 incredible stories, it becomes clear that the world is full of moments that often go unnoticed, yet carry the power to transform lives. Ordinary people step up in extraordinary ways, choosing compassion over indifference, courage over hesitation, and kindness over apathy. Whether it was a young woman braving rain and puddles to help an elderly man with his groceries, a lifeguard diving into dangerous currents to save a swimmer, or strangers uniting to guide frightened passengers during a subway blackout, each story reminds us that heroism is not reserved for a select few. It lives in all of us, waiting for the right moment to appear. These stories are more than just tales of good deeds. They are powerful reminders that one small act can create ripples far beyond what we can see. A simple gesture like offering a jacket to someone shivering in the cold, helping push a car stuck in the snow, or even holding a child's hand in a crowded train station may seem minor in isolation, yet the impact it leaves on someone's life is immeasurable. Every act of kindness carries weight, and sometimes those moments spark hope, inspire others, or even change the course of a day or a life. It's easy to feel that the world is too big, too chaotic, or too indifferent to make a difference. Headlines often focus on tragedy, conflict, or negativity, and scrolling through them can make anyone feel powerless. But these stories show that even in the midst of chaos, fear, or uncertainty, humanity still shines. And the beauty is that it doesn't require fame, money, or special skills to make a difference. It only requires presence, empathy, and the courage to act. The ordinary person helping a stranger is, in that moment, extraordinary. Imagine if more of us chose to notice the small opportunities around us. A smile, a helping hand, a listening ear, each can matter more than we realize. Think of the teenage boy offering warmth to someone sleeping on a park bench, the nurse calming a scared child in a disaster relief center, or the festival goer stepping in to provide life-saving aid. Each decision to act with care and compassion sends out a ripple that can influence countless others, creating a chain reaction of kindness. So, as we close this chapter of incredible acts, take a moment to reflect on your own life. How could you help a stranger today? How could you turn a simple act of thoughtfulness into a lasting impact? Because the truth is, the world doesn't need perfection. It doesn't need grand gestures. It only needs us to show up, to notice, and to care. Every act counts. Every choice matters. Every person has the potential to be a beacon of hope in someone else's life. If you were inspired by these stories, let them guide you. Share this video to remind others of the power of kindness. Like and subscribe for more stories that celebrate humanity at its best. And remember, The world is filled with opportunities to make a difference. Some big, some small, but all significant. In a world that often feels divided, let us be the ones who choose connection, courage, and compassion. Let us be the ones who turn fleeting moments into lasting memories of hope.